Alright, I've been asked a lot of questions about my first video that I messed up the acrylic on with these Coulter PineCones. So I'm going to make another one. I'm going to take it from start to finish. Okay, now this is one I picked up just beside the road out in California. Up in the mountains out there, Southern California. And I think this is going to make a pretty good project. But one thing you'll notice about these things, other than they're extremely hefty, is that they have all this sap on there. And this sap, when it's green, will stick to everything. So what you want to do first is just break any of this sap off with your fingers or with a knife, like I'm doing here. And then we're going to stick it in the sink and wash it. But you want to take any of that off, get out any debris that you have down inside of it, because when you wash it, this thing's going to close up like magic. So I'm going to clean that up, and then we'll stick her in the sink. Alright, I got the pine cone in the sink here. Get you a brush, something like that, and you can brush over it. When you want to make sure you can completely submerge it. It's not going to submerge, but it will float. But you want to make sure it floats freely. And then a sink this size, usually I use about half of that jug poured in that water. And that's going to kill any of the mold and stuff on it that it may be from sitting out. May kill some bugs, but allow you to get all that fine material off of it. We'll just let that soak in, and we'll come back in a little while and pull it out. Okay, it's been an hour and a half or so, and you can see how that pine cone wants to just close up when it gets wet. But I've brushed over it a couple times, and you can see the trash and the water that's come out of it. We'll let the water out. And you just rinse it off real good. And then you bring it over here. Set it in that tray. Stick it in the oven. We'll run about 150 degrees and turn her on. Depending on the size of your pine cone, that's going to have to stay in there 8 to 10 hours. So if you go get you an oven for your shop, don't get one of them new fancy ones with all the digital displays, because it'll only stay on so long. Just get the cheap with all the dials and stuff here. You can get you another thermometer if you want to double check your temperatures. And then you turn it on and leave it on. And just let it run like that. And it'll slowly open back up and firm back up. And we will get back with it tomorrow and see what it looks like. Alright, it's been overnight since I've had this in here. So it's been about 12 hours or so. Turn it off and pull it out. Now if you'll notice, all the shiny stuff here, that is that sap that has cooked in. And it's cooked down and hardened up, and that's the only way that I found that we can clean that sap up is just by cooking it in there and making it harden up. So I got a block of wood here I made in my first video, so I'm gonna have to cut the bottom of it and get it to where it's set level and then wrap it and pour it. Alright, I had somebody ask me what I use for a wrap. I went back to Hobby Lobby and got me another roll. It's better than paper, bulletin board roll. It's about $17, $18, something like that. But if you'll notice, see if I can't get it here. It has a shiny side, and then you got this cloth back side. Anytime you use this as a wrap to pour, you want to put the shiny side to your acrylic so it'll peel off. If you put this on, like I have done before, it don't peel off. You got to stick it on the lathe and then it'll fly all over the place. So to get it to peel off easy, just put the shiny side in toward your acrylic.
Here we are, hands lifted high, surrounded by your glory. We surrender. Here we are, in humble adoration to the God of all creation. We surrender.
Alright, everybody, I'm out here. It's about 6:30 on a Sunday morning. I'm getting ready to pour for my pine cone here. But my pour is supposed to only be up for 4 inches. And I got a lot more than 4 inches, so I'm going to break it up into 3 pours. And that's why I'm starting so early. I'm going to do one early morning. I'll do another one after church around lunchtime. And then I'll do another one in the evening. So that way it'll split it up. There won't be as much heat caused by it, and maybe we'll prevent the cracking that way. I got extra my pour in. That way I can double check, make sure all my mixes is right. So let's get started.
Bring me closer to your heart. All I want is who you are. All I have, all I am, Lord, I give it all to you. All to Jesus, all to Jesus. Lord, we give you all our praise tonight, God. Bring me closer to your heart, Lord, belonging. Let the glory of your Son rest upon me. Bring me closer to your heart, Lord, belonging. Yeah, let the glory of your Son rest upon me. Bring me closer to your heart, Lord, belonging for the glory of your Son. Yeah, rest upon me. Come on, say, bring me closer. Bring me closer to your heart, Lord, belonging. Let the glory of your Son, rest upon me. Bring me closer to your heart.
Alright, and you can see we're about a third of the way up there, so 2 more pours ought to be good. I'll plan on coming back out here around noon and we'll do another one. Alright, it's about 12:30, so it's been about 6 hours. I had a small leak down here. I wiped it all up. So it wasn't small, it didn't stick out, probably no more than what my glue does now. But the more I wiped, the more it would want to run. So it was leaking. It hadn't been leaking long. But I believe I got enough glue on there. I got it sealed up. So I already, while I was making sure it was sealed up, I started mixing. I got my mix done, fixing to add some color. And as long as I ain't leaking no more, we'll pour this in there. Alright, now I'm not going to stick this back in the vacuum pot like I did earlier. So I just don't think that's going to make much of a difference. But I am going to leave it out and let the air bubbles come to the top. And then I give it about 15 minutes and then we'll pour it. Alright, I think we're ready to pour this one. All we see there is that dripping off my stir. So I think I got all my holes plugged. I think. So get this camera straight here. Alright. That's gonna be pretty. Got one more pour to go, so I'll come back out here about, well, I'm gonna come check, make sure I ain't got no more leaks down here periodically. But I'll wait till about 6 o'clock, I guess, and pour the last one. Okay, it's now a little after 8 o'clock at night. I think I'm ready for my third pour. I've done some more gluing down here, and I had some pouring out from, or just trickling underneath my glue, and I got a little bit weeping through the my wrap, and I've never had that issue before, so I'm not sure what caused that. I've had them leak around the bottom through the glue before, but what I did this time is I just poured some regular tabletop over there, over top of it, and it's already good and tacky, so it should be cured tonight. So as long as I don't make any more leak, or much more leak with this top pour, then we ought to be good on that. And I got a lighter color, so I'm going to try to do a semi. We'll do a little bit of hard pour and a little bit of soft pour, just so these colors kind of blend together. These bubbles really shouldn't matter, but you get in the habit of doing stuff, so that's just what I do. Because as long as it takes for this stuff to cure, that really shouldn't matter. We'll see what happens here. Okay, that's the hard pour. Now we're just going to soften it up and ease it down on top. Now I'm hoping with these layers you will be able to see a difference in the coloring from top to bottom, because as it cures, the density gets higher on it, and when the density gets higher, it gets heavier and stays on bottom. So I'm hoping these different pours we're doing will kind of layer out but blend in at the joints. But we'll just have to see when we get there. And that'll be good. All right. We got it poured out on top there. Let's check any more leaks. Seam still looks okay. All right, we're going to leave it right there and see what happens. And hopefully in the morning, as long as I ain't got a floor full of epoxy, then we're going to be all right. All right, we're back again. I poured this on a Sunday in 3 separate pours. So I finished Sunday night, and it's now Friday night, and I'm going to demold it. Top looks good. There's no cracks. It isn't dented in the sides. I don't believe it shrunk. You can tell I had some problems with the pour wanting to leak out. I put glue and glue and glue, and it was still coming out underneath. So I just put a thin coat of the tabletop epoxy on here, so that would cure pretty quick, and it held everything in. And I did have somehow leaking through here, and I don't know how, but we're gonna go ahead and see if I can demold it.
are the everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Your love is like no other. You're all we need. You're all we need. Let's sing it again. You are the everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Your love is like no.
Alright, now that's as demolded as I want to do for now. Like I say, it's only been 5 days. So it still isn't completely cured, as y'all can tell with the flex. And yes, I did get it in the bottom, so it did leak past the glue, probably right there, right in here. So I did not glue this well enough around here, and that's how it leaked down, leaked through the bottom. And it was leaking out, but it didn't leak out a lot, so. But I can do with that. We'll let it cure a few more days, and then I'll come back and trim it up and start working on it. See you then.
You're all we need. You're all we need, Jesus. Resting in your presence when my heart is free. Clothe me in your glory.
up your voice. With one voice we sing, take me deeper. Changing everything, the holy risen one, you gave it all for me. Yeah! You
never forsake. You are the source of love that's in my life. Well, living water won't run dry.
Pursue my heart.
You pursue my heart and captivate my every waking moment of the day.
For you are glorious.
For you are glorious, shining like the sun. You are over us. I hope it's who you are. For you are high and lifted up. My whole life is for your love, for the hope of your name, Jesus. The love that you gave is more than enough. It's more than enough. You're breaking down the fear that's in my life. Your light of love breaks through my darkest night. You overcome my past and present wrongs. You conquered death, you bore the cross for all.
For you are glorious.
For you are glorious, shining like the sun. You are over us. I hope it's who you are, yeah. You are high and lifted up. My whole life is for your love, for the hope of your name, Jesus. The love that you gave is more than enough. It's more than enough. You are all sufficient. You are more than enough. You are
Alright, I got it in here ready to finish. You can see there was a lot of little, looks like bug holes in this one. And then there's a couple little places that it just was holes in the acrylic hole, but it's nothing like that last one I did. So what I gonna do, I got this artist fast set epoxy. That's the tumbler stuff, tumbler and art. I'm gonna mix it up here, go around and just drip it in the holes, and then I'll turn on my machine and just do a coating over the whole thing, and we'll see how well that covers it up. I mean, this stuff covered up them imperfections, and that other piece I did pretty good. So I'm just going to try it and see, and if I got to sand it down and do some more and some more fills, that'll be fine. But we're going to try one thing at a time. All right, let me set up the camera and we'll get started.
the answer for us, for our earthly trouble, the solution for our sin. You are the answer for us. You are all sufficient.
Alright, I'm gonna let that sit there and run for 30 minutes to an hour or so, however long it takes. And then we'll come back and after it cures and see what she looks like. Alright, I thought I was going to get away with just a single coat. It was looking good, and I came back out here after running it a couple hours, and I seen some bubbles there. There's a couple of them, but that was in them bug holes. Why it did that, I don't know, but it actually filled in the rest of these small areas pretty good, but you can still see some of the sanding marks. So I'm gonna hit it with some 320, and I'm gonna stick it on a lathe so I can do it at a higher speed than this, but I'm gonna put on some 320 and just clean up any of these little bubble indentions and sand it down, just smooth it out, and then I'll come back and put another coat on there. I'd rather be done with it when I'm done instead of having to come back and make improvements. So, all right, y'all, to do a quick recap. Basically, I took one of these Coulter PineCones, like similar to this. We got a block of white oak for a base. We encased it with our wrap, put in a pine cone. Then I did 3 separate pours. Now the first 2 blended pretty good. This top one, I may have been able to pour it a bit sooner. I was pouring between 6 and 8 hours apart on the 4-inch pours to keep it from setting up too fast, getting too hot, and then end up pulling apart, making cavities and cracking and so on and so forth when that happens. So this pour actually turned out really well whatever my time frame. Like I said, I could have shortened the last time frame from an 8-hour down to possibly a 6-hour, or manually blended it more, but you can't hardly see that through there. So that was tough to judge, but I'll do another one of these days, and I'll see if I can't modify that some. But anyway, with that pour, it turned out well. I got it cut, got it turned down to the size I want, and then I took a fast setting epoxy and put on it, and I ended up having to put 2 coats because it has, like this one here, you can see they have the bug holes that get in there, and then bug holes were kind of exposed, and I had a couple small imperfections in my pour that I was covering up. So, but that second coat covered all that up real well, and now I got a beautiful epoxy pine cone. And I finished it up with my little homemade turning jig. If you want to know how to make one of those, pull up my video on that, and it has a link where I got everything to build that. But just tell me what you think about this. If you haven't seen the first one and the mess ups I make, I advise you to look at it before you make one. That way you don't do the same mess ups that I did, because it is quite time consuming when you mess up that pour. So, but this one turned out real well, and I'm probably going to make a few more in the future. But just tell me what you think about it. If you like it, click on the check mark or the thumbs up mark. If you don't like it, you can click thumbs down. That's fine. I appreciate you watching. But if you don't like the video, just please make a comment and tell me why. Maybe I can improve something for you. Subscribe to my channel if you want to watch some more of this kind of stuff. And I'll see y'all on the next one.